Good evening. I'm back. I always say that. Like, where did I go? Do you ever want to know where I went? Nowhere. I just waited on you. Hey, do you know what? Last night we talked about David and his son, Absalom. He's not so good. He died. Anyway, there's another stuff about David. There is? Yeah. Here's how the story goes. It says David was a good king, and then he reigned over Israel for 40 years. Oh, here we go again with that 40. And most of the time he was king, he spent fighting. First one enemy and then another. He was quite a little soldier. But because he was so successful in his battles, he made Israel stronger and powerful. That's why God liked it. And the time the peace came over after he died, for the other nations around were afraid to fight the strong Israelite nation King David had made. Who's going to replace him? He had another child. Is it time for Solomon? Keep reading. Young Solomon. Yay for Solomon! Young Solomon, the David and Bathsheba's son, he became the ruler when his father died. And he took over the throne that David had built in Jerusalem. Yeah, good guy. And since the prophet Samuel's death, he died, the altar of the Lord had been moved from his home in Ramah to Gibeon. Where? Gibeon. Go read the book. It's in there. A few miles just down away from Jerusalem. Not too far. Hop, skip, and a jump. And when Solomon became king, he realized the tremendous task he had as leader of God's chosen people. And he went out to this Gibeon to offer sacrifices. Good choice. Go out there and think. And to pray to God for help. That's the place to go. So, as Solomon prayed, the Lord heard him. Because he was, listening. And later, God appeared to Solomon in a dream. And he was saying, ask me for any gift, and I will give it to you. Oh, ask for birdseed. No. Money. No. Chocolate? No. Something more lasting? Yes. So, there were many things he could have chosen. What do you think he asked for? Well, I already told you. And maybe it was not what you were expecting. No, it wasn't. For what he asked for was this. He said, Lord, I know so little about ruling this wonderful nation. Give me an outstanding heart. Outstanding? Yeah. Understanding. Oh, yeah. An understanding heart. So that I may know how to make the best decisions and be a good leader. He asked for wisdom. Kind of. God was pleased with Solomon's request. And he answered, because you asked for this instead of a long life or riches or victory in battle, I am going to grant you your wish. You will have a wise mind and be able to tell what is right and what is wrong more than any other man who's ever lived or will ever live after you. Oh, man, he is like super good. More than that, I am also going to give you the things for which you did not ask. Oh, man, he gets all of it. The jackpot. You will have riches and honor. And if you serve me as your father did, I will grant you a long life too. Oh, my gosh, he's got it all. It was not long before Solomon had a chance to use the wisdom God had given him. Decision-making time. 2 women had a baby, and they were brought before Solomon. And the 2 women, they lived together, and each one claimed that the baby was her own. Oh, yeah, I remember now, because we don't have a baby back then. It was kind of embarrassing. Okay, and then there was you see, one woman's baby had died. Oh, yeah, so now she needs a replacement. And she had taken the other woman's child so that no one could tell who the real mother was. Couldn't I just share? No. It was all or nothing. Oh, man. Then the two of them, they stood before King Solomon arguing. This child is mine, one would say, and no. The other one would reply, the dead child was yours, and this is mine. Don't they have bracelets on them? Name bracelets? No, they don't do that like in the hospitals. They should have. Well, Solomon looked from one to the other, and then he finally said, bring me a sword. Sword. Oh man, I messed it up again. I had it right the other night. Sword. Then the sword was brought, and he pointed to the baby. Cut the baby in half. Oh, that's gross. Cut the baby in half and give half to each one of them. That'd be fair, half and half. But that's disgusting. And when she saw the sword, the woman gave a loud cry and fell on her knees. Oh, my lord, she begged, do not cut the baby in half. Just give it to the other woman, but let it live. That means... Yeah, what you're thinking. She was gonna give her own baby away just so he would stay alive. Mm-hmm. But the other woman, she just stood there agreeing with Solomon that it was a good suggestion, she said. Divide the baby in half and let us each have half. Huh. This was all Solomon needed to hear. He says, give the child to the first woman, he said. She is its true mother, for she could not stand to see it killed. Oh, that was a good plan. He's sneaky. He's wise. Yeah. And then the people saw how wisely Solomon had found the answer to this question. They knew that indeed God had granted him an understanding heart. Hey, you know somebody else who made decisions like that? What? Abraham Lincoln. You sure? Yeah. He did that one time about a baby horse. Yeah. Yeah. Cut it in half? No. He lined the two mommies up, and then they let the little baby horse go. And it ran straight to its real mommy. And then they knew which farmer was lying about the colt. Where'd you read that? In a book. I learned it in kindergarten. Okay. So that's how we decided it, huh? Yeah. Gotta go. See you later, kids. Snuggle down. Pull the covers up. And dream about birdies.